When you stop outsourcing your life, most people don't live by their own authority. They live by borrowed authority. They look outside for permission, for validation, for direction, parents, teachers, experts, society, trends, numbers. At first, this feels sensible. After all, others seem to know more. They have experience, they have credentials, they have confidence. So we follow. But slowly, something subtle happens. We stop listening inwardly. We stop trusting our own perception. We stop asking what feels true to me. And instead, we ask, what should I do? That question quietly hands power away. Look at how early this begins. As children, we are rewarded for obedience. Following rules feels safe. Questioning feels risky. So the nervous system learns authority is outside. Years later, the pattern remains. Even as adults, people hesitate to decide without approval. They ask for advice repeatedly. They consume endless information. They wait for reassurance. Not because they are incapable, but because they don't trust their own seeing. Now look at decisions. Many people know what they want to do, but they don't act until someone else agrees. They feel confident when supported. They collapse when questioned. This is not humility. This is dependency. External authority feels comforting because it removes responsibility. If things go wrong, you can blame the advice. But that comfort has a cost. When you don't own your decisions, you don't own your life. Now look at careers and paths. People follow respectable routes not because they feel aligned, but because they feel approved. They say yes to paths that look right, even when something inside feels off. That inner discomfort is ignored. Over time, it becomes resentment. Now look at relationships. People stay silent about what matters to them because they don't trust their right to want. They ask, is it okay if I feel this way? Instead of saying, this is how I feel. External authority enters intimate spaces. That creates distance, not harmony. Now look at money and choices. People hesitate endlessly, waiting for the perfect expert opinion. They want certainty before acting. But certainty does not come from advice. It comes from lived experience. Advice can guide, it cannot decide. Now look at trading and risk. People jump from one strategy to another, one mentor to another, one system to another, not because learning is wrong, but because they never integrate. They are collecting authority instead of developing it. Here is the key understanding. External authority is useful for learning. Inner authority is necessary for living. Inner authority does not mean arrogance. It does not mean ignoring wisdom. It means you take responsibility for how you see, choose, and act. Awareness plays a crucial role here. It notices the moment you look outward before looking inward. The moment you ask for permission instead of checking alignment. Not to reject advice, but to reclaim authorship. When inner authority grows, something changes. You listen carefully to others, but you decide calmly. You are open to correction, but not easily shaken. You take responsibility for outcomes without blaming or collapsing. Life becomes simpler, not because choices are easy, but because they are owned. Inner authority is quiet. It doesn't argue, it doesn't prove, it doesn't seek approval. It acts, adjusts, and learns. When you stop outsourcing your life, you stop feeling scattered. Not because uncertainty disappears, but because direction comes from within. That is freedom.